Prime Minister reviews situation on COVID-19 with concerned ministries and departments, directs departments to work in convergence and for creating awareness in community. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan emphasizes the need for effective coordination with states for timely response. On the occasion of Jan Aushadhi Divas, Prime Minister Modi urges people not to believe in hearsay and rumours related to coronavirus, says whole world is adopting Namaste to counter the spread of the virus, says we should do Namaste instead of handshake to greet each other. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jana Aushadhi Pariyojana, says the scheme is commitment to provide every citizen cheap and best medicine, expresses satisfaction over formation of more than 6,000 Jan Aushadhi Kendras. Enforcement Directorate expands its probe in Yes Bank scam. ED raids 3 more locations in Delhi and Mumbai. Takes Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor for further questioning. Case registered under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. State Bank of India allays fears of depositors of Yes Bank, saying their money is not at risk. Chairman and Managing Director Rajneesh Kumar says there is an in-principle approval to pick up 49% stake in Yes Bank. Khelo India Winter Games inaugurated by Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju in Gulmarg, Jammu and Kashmir. The event will take place in 5 days with around 900 sportspersons taking part. Good evening, I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviewed the situation on novel coronavirus or COVID-19 and action taken so far by various ministries. The meeting was attended by Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, Minister of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar and other officials. Issues related to need for continued vigil at all airports, seaports and land border crossings, community level surveillance as per protocol, and ensuring availability of sufficient beds for isolation was discussed. This was a review meeting taken by the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, while complimenting all departments for the work taken up so far, mentioned that India has to be prepared in its response as per the evolving scenario. All departments should work in convergence and action shall be initiated for creating awareness in communities about the disease and the precautions to be taken. This is a review meeting that Prime Minister Narendra Modi took with other authorities, and Prime Minister also exhorted the officers to identify the best practices for COVID-19 management from across the world and within the states, and also ensure their effective adoption. Prime Minister mentioned that in view of opinion of experts, people should be advised to avoid mass gatherings as far as possible and also be made aware of the do's and don'ts related to coronavirus. He directed that an immediate exercise be taken up to identify sufficient locations for quarantine and also for critical care provisioning in case the disease spreads. Officials were instructed to plan for early testing and evacuation of Indians from Iran. Prime Minister highlighted in the review meeting the need for advanced and adequate planning and timely response is critical for managing this infectious disease from public health perspective. These were some of the issues discussed in the review meeting by the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, efforts are underway on a war footing to contain the spread of coronavirus in the country. Prime Minister Modi held a meeting today in New Delhi to review the situation. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has asked all states to monitor airport management to ensure effective screening of passengers. The minister reviewed the actions and preparedness for the management of novel coronavirus outbreak at a meeting through video conferencing with chief secretaries and health ministers of all states and representatives from related organizations. And the number of those infected with coronavirus has now reached 31. In the country, 29,607 people are under observation. Passengers coming from abroad are being screened. Screening has begun at 9 new airports, taking the overall number of airports being screened to 30. The government has established 51 testing labs and additional 56 collection labs across the country to tackle the coronavirus outbreak. And Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri today said the government remains fully alert to contain the spread of coronavirus in the country. Addressing Global Business Summit in New Delhi, he said health screening of passengers are underway at various airports to check the virus at the entry point itself.
The Indian government's response with the health ministry, the state governments, we have open borders with a number of countries. Whatever could physically be done was done, and I think the response we had as of yesterday 31 cases, 3 recovered. So it was 30 to start with, 3 recovered. Out of the 27 left, 16 were from a party of tourists which came from Italy, and their driver, that makes it 17 plus 3, 10 cases for the rest of the country with a population of the kind we have. My job is to deal with this at the airport front. Let me assure you, we are going the full distance.
The government has taken several measures to deal with coronavirus outbreak. Besides mandatory screening of passengers arriving from other countries, Health Ministry has advised people to stay away from events that involve mass gatherings. State governments can take necessary steps on mass gatherings. UGC has advised university not to have programs where students gather in large numbers. Ministry of Personnel has exempted government employees from marking biometric attendance. This exemption will remain in force till 31st of March. People will not be allowed to attend popular daily retreat ceremony between India and Pakistan at the Atari Wagah border in Punjab in view of the virus outbreak. The International Indian Film Academy Awards 2020 has also been postponed due to the coronavirus outbreak fears. The event was scheduled at the end of March in Madhya Pradesh. The upcoming Combined Shooting World Cup in New Delhi has also been postponed. The Jammu and Kashmir administration has ordered closure of schools in Jammu and Samba after reports of 2 patients were received suggesting high probability of testing positive for COVID-19 infection. Principal Secretary Planning and Monitoring and Information Rohit Kansal tweeted that all primary schools in Jammu and Samba districts have been ordered to be closed immediately till March 31st. So far, no positive case has been found in the Union Territory. The situation is being closely monitored by the administration. Some other news now. On the occasion of Jan Aushadhi Divas today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with Jan Aushadhi Kendra beneficiaries via video conferencing. He emphasized that Jan Aushadhi Day is not just another day to celebrate the scheme, but a day to connect with millions of Indians and their families who have got great relief from the scheme. He added the government is working on 4 special formulas for health for every family.
हम 4 सूत्रों पर काम कर रहे हैं। पहला, हर भारतीय को बीमार होने से बचाने के लिए क्या-क्या किया जाए। दूसरा, अगर बीमार हो गया तो बीमारी की स्थिति में सस्ता और अच्छा इलाज हर नागरिक को कैसे मिले। तीसरा, इलाज के लिए बेहतर और आधुनिक अस्पताल हो, पर्याप्त संख्या में अच्छे डॉक्टर और मेडिकल स्टाफ हो, इसके लिए निरंतर प्रयास किया जा रहा है। और चौथा सूत्र है, मिशन मोड पर काम करके चुनौतियों को समझना, उसका समाधान करना। प्रधानमंत्री भारतीय जन औषधि परियोजना यानी पीएमबीजेपी इसी की एक अहम कड़ी है। ये देश के हर व्यक्ति तक सस्ता और उत्तम इलाज पहुंचाने का संकल्प है।
Prime Minister hailed the benefits that Jan Aushadhi Kendras have provided to millions of families. He added that the Aushadhi centers have saved money for the poor and the middle class families in particular.
अब तक 6,000 से अधिक जन औषधि केंद्र पूरे देश में खुल चुके हैं। हर महीने 1 करोड़ से अधिक परिवार इन जन औषधि केंद्रों के माध्यम से बहुत सस्ती दवाइयों का लाभ ले रहे हैं। जन औषधि केंद्रों पर मिलने वाली दवाओं की कीमत बाजार में जो दवाएं मिलती हैं उसी क्वालिटी की, लेकिन जन औषधि केंद्र में 50% से 90% तक उसकी कीमत कम होती है। पहले जो खर्चा होता था दवाई के लिए और अब जो खर्चा हो रहा है करीब करीब 2-2.5 हजार करोड़ रुपए इसकी बचत ये जन औषधि केंद्रों से जो दवाइयां ली उसके कारण हुआ है।
During the interaction, Prime Minister also spoke in detail about the precautions that must be taken to overcome the outbreak of COVID-19.
सबसे पहला काम करना चाहिए, किसी न किसी नजदीकी अस्पताल में चेक करवा लीजिए। परिवार में जो बाकी लोग होते हैं उनको भी इन्फेक्शन होने की आशंका ज्यादा होती है। ऐसे में उनको भी जरूरी टेस्ट करा लेने चाहिए। ऐसे साथियों को मास्क भी पहनने चाहिए, ग्लव्स भी पहनने चाहिए और दूसरों से कुछ दूरी बना करके रहना चाहिए। ध्यान यही रखना है कि खांसते या छींकते समय जो हवा निकलती है उसके साथ जो छोटे छोटे बारीक ड्रॉप्स निकलते हैं, ड्रॉपलेट्स, वो दूसरों पर न जाएं। वैसे मास्क पहनते समय भी एक चीज ध्यान रखनी है, मास्क को एडजस्ट करते हमारा हाथ बार बार मुंह को छूता है। इससे बचाव की जगह इन्फेक्शन फैलने की आशंका बढ़ जाती है।
And Prime Minister interacted with a certain beneficiary, Deepa Shah, who hails from Jan Aushadhi Kendra of Dehradun. Deepa was hit by paralysis. She thanked Prime Minister Modi for the benefits of transforming her life through Jan Aushadhi scheme.
मेरा नाम दीपा शाह है।
दीपा जी, आप बैठ करके बोलिए, मुझे लगता है आपको थोड़ा कष्ट हो रहा है, आप बैठ करके बोलिए।
मोदी जी, मेरे को सन 11 में पैरालाइज पड़ा था, मैं बोल नहीं पाती थी, मेरा हाथों में इलाज चलता था, दवाइयाँ बहुत महंगी आती थी क्योंकि मेरे हैंडली विकलांग है, घर चलाना बड़ा मुश्किल हो गया था। आपके द्वारा जन औषधि दवाइयाँ मिली, मैंने खाना सुन लिया और मेरी दवाइयाँ जो है 5,000 की आती थी और अब मेरी दवाएं 1,500 की आती हैं, तो 3,000 मुझे मिलता है। उससे मैं अपने खर्चा और फल फ्रूट वगैरह खाती हूँ। और मैं मोदी जी, मैंने ईश्वर को तो नहीं देखा, लेकिन मैंने आपको ईश्वर के रूप में देखा है। आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मैं कुछ भी और बात भी कहना चाहती हूँ आपको। मुख्यमंत्री जी ने मेरी बहुत मदद की है और हमारे जो लोग हैं उन्होंने मेरी बहुत मदद की है। मुझे डॉक्टर ने जवाब दे दिया था कि मैं ठीक नहीं होंगी, लेकिन आपका आशीर्वाद, आपकी वाणी से मैं ठीक हो गई हूँ। पर मुझे फिर कहती हूँ मैं आपको, मैंने ईश्वर को नहीं देखा, मैंने आपको देखा तो ईश्वर के मुंह रूप में देखा है। अब मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा बोलने भी लग गई हूँ और लोग मेरी मदद करते हैं। मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ। धन्यवाद।
दीपा जी, आप बहुत भावुक हो गई, लेकिन आपने अपनी हिम्मत से बीमारियों को परास्त किया है और ये आपका जो हौसला है ना, वो सबसे बड़ा भगवान है। आपका हौसला ही आपका भगवान है। उसी हौसले ने आज आपको इतने बड़े संकट से बाहर निकलने की ताकत दी और आप निकली हैं। और मैं तो देख रहा था कि आप बिल्कुल साफ बोल रही है, एक एक शब्द समझ में आता है। तो आपको मन में कॉन्फिडेंस रहना चाहिए कि अब आप बहुत ही सरलता से बात बता रही है।
Prime Minister Modi interacted with beneficiaries from Coimbatore. He highlighted the benefits of Jan Aushadhi Kendras that has provided affordable and low-cost medicines to poor patients in every corner of the country. He added that more Kendras will be opened across the nation soon.
We have a clinic inside the Jan Aushadhi clinic, inside the clinic, and
Modi Clinic.
Modi, it's called Modi Clinic, sir. We are charging only 50. Yes, sir. We are charging only 50 rupees consulting fee. We have nearly 12 doctors. We have dental department here, and we're charging only 50 rupees for all the treatment, consulting fee, and the poor get the medicine also very less from Jan Aushadhi clinic.
मेरे को 2 साल से डायबिटिक्स है। 1 साल पहले बाहर दिखाती थी, पर मंथ 2000 होता था, मगर अब यहाँ आपके अस्पताल में दिखाने थे 600 से 700 तक होती। अब पर मंथ पर ईयर 35,000 मेरे को बचत होती है।
गीता जी, आपको फायदा हुआ है?
बहुत ही फायदा हुआ, अभी मैं बहुत ही अच्छी हूँ।
चलिए, तो मोदी क्लिनिक आपके काम आ रहा है।
हाँ, बहुत ही काम आ रहा है। तमिल में बोलूं क्या?
हाँ, बोलिए, तमिल बोलिए। मैं तो एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत को लेके चलता हूँ।
100 ஆண்டு நீங்கள் நல்லா இருக்கணும், உங்கள் சேவை நாட்டுக்கு சேவை।
किशन बताइए क्या क्या?
माधव सेवा ऐसा बता रहे।
हाँ जी,
मानव सेवा ही माधव सेवा, भगवान का सेवा है, जनता
जन सेवा प्रभु सेवा।
Very recently, you have opened medical stores at Erode also. Past 1 year, I am purchasing medicines from that medical store. It is cost of the price is very low, and compared to private medical stores, this is very easy to purchase. So I request you to kindly open many more medical stores around in Tamil Nadu, especially in village side.
We'll try our level best to expand as many as Jan Aushadhi Kendra in the nook and corner of the country. We will try our level best, and even Tamil Nadu will also be beneficiary.
Prime Minister Modi interacted with beneficiaries through video conferencing on Jan Aushadhi Day. BJP workers and beneficiaries of the scheme were also present during the event. At Palam in New Delhi, BJP MP Ramesh Bidodi helped people to watch this event on a big screen. Jan Aushadhi scheme is providing quality medicine at affordable prices to all, particularly to poor and disadvantaged section of the society, thereby reducing out-of-pocket expenses in healthcare.
100% ऑफ जेनेटिक दवाइयों को लोग लेंगे। और मैं पुनः बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहूँगा इस बात के लिए मंत्रालय को भी, और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का तो हमें आशीर्वाद मिलता है, लेकिन आज देशवासियों को संबोधित किया है तो दक्षिणी दिल्ली में भी हम निश्चित रूप से अपनी पार्लियामेंट में इन दुकानों को बढ़ाकर इनकी संख्या 50 तक लेकर जाएंगे पहले 2 साल के अंदर।
सभी वार्डों के अंदर इस प्रकार से कैंपेन चलेगा, महिलाओं के माध्यम से भी कैंपेन चलेगा और युवाओं के माध्यम से भी कैंपेन चलेगा, क्योंकि आप सब जानते हैं कि ये दवाइयाँ 30% से लेकर 90% सस्ती है।
लिवोसिट्रिम है 500 mg की, जो जर्नली 125 रुपए का पत्ता मिलता है, और यहाँ से लेने पे हमें 50 रुपए का मिलता है। एम्लोडिपिन भी है जो 5 mg की, बाहर से हम लेते हैं 35 रुपए का मिलता है, यहाँ पर 4 रुपए का है।
काफ़ी अच्छा सराहनीय काम किया है। जो नेपकिन जो लेडीज 12 रुपए से 10 रुपए का एक नेपकिन लेती थी, वही नेपकिन अब 1 रुपए में मिल रहा है, तो हर कोई गरीब महिला इसका लाभ लेगी। और
BJP National President JP Nadda took part in Jan Aushadhi Divas celebrations in Krishnanagar, Delhi. Addressing the gathering, Nadda said that crores of people are benefiting from Jan Aushadhi Kendra, and in 2019-2020 alone, people got medicines worth 22,000 crore rupees at subsidized rate of just 390 crore rupees. He said that this reflects the commitment of the government towards the people.
कि जन औषधि केंद्र के माध्यम से करोड़ों लोगों को कितना फायदा हुआ है, सस्ती दवा मिली है, अच्छी दवा मिली है। 2019-20 में लगभग 22,000 करोड़ रुपए की दवा सिर्फ 390 करोड़ रुपए में दी गई है। यानी जिस दवा का दाम, जिन दवाओं का दाम 2200 करोड़ रुपए बनता था, 22,000 करोड़ रुपए बनता था, 390 करोड़ में वह उपभोक्ता को मिली। यह इस बात को बताता है कि कैसे मोदी जी ने जन औषधि के माध्यम से सामान्य नागरिक को सस्ती दवा और क्वालिटी दवा देने का प्रयास किया है।
Some other news. CBI today brought Sunny Kalra, an accused in bank fraud case from Muscat, Oman. It was alleged that Sunny Kalra, director of White Tiger Steels Private Limited, fraudulently obtained a bank loan of rupees 10 crore from Punjab National Bank, Daryaganj branch, New Delhi. And then he clandestinely removed the hypothecated goods which led to the loan account, NPA, with effective coordination with NCB Muscat, Indian Embassy at Oman and NCB India, that is CBI. The deportation of accused Sunny Kalra was attended and addressed within a short span of time. The accused will be produced before the competent court at New Delhi. And you can see the updates related to this case on your screens. Charge sheet was filed in this case against the 3 other officials of PNB as well, besides Sunny Kalra. He was absconding accused and did not join investigation. And there was a red corner notice also issued on 31st of May 2016. Sunny Kalra has been deported back to India. Sunny Kalra was apprehended by the NCB Muscat, Oman. And CBI, with the help of Interpol, was regularly in contact with NCB Muscat for deportation of the accused Sunny Kalra to India. It's a major success for the CBI in this case. Effective coordination of NCB Muscat, Indian Embassy at Oman and NCB India, that is CBI, took place in order for successful deportation. The Enforcement Directorate had expanded its probe in the Yes Bank case. 3 more locations are being raided by ED in Delhi and Mumbai. All 3 daughters of the founder of Yes Bank, Rana Kapoor, are being raided by ED. Rakhi Kapoor Tandon, Roshni Kapoor and Radha Kapoor are being questioned. ED is investigating daughters of Rana Kapoor as they were the alleged beneficiaries in the Yes Bank case. The Enforcement Directorate had on Friday raided the Mumbai residence of Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor in connection with money laundering probe against him and others. He was later taken to the agency's office in Mumbai for further questioning. The case against Kapoor is linked to DHFL probe as the loans lent by the bank to the company allegedly turned NPAs. The raid was conducted under Prevention of Money Laundering Act and is aimed at collecting evidence. The central agency is also probing Kapoor's role in connection with dispersal of loan to a corporate entity and the subsequent alleged kickbacks reportedly received in his wife's accounts. And the State Bank of India has allayed fears of depositors of Yes Bank, saying that their money is not at risk. Addressing the media in Mumbai, SBI Chairman and Managing Director Rajneesh Kumar said that there is an in-principle approval to pick up 49% stake in Yes Bank and the total quantum of investment in Yes Bank at about 2,450 crore rupees.
SBI board has given in principle approval to explore the possibility of picking up a stake up to 49% in Yes Bank. As per the draft scheme, SBI can take up to 49%. The only requirement is that there is a lock-in of 26% for 3 years. So it sets in a way the boundary. So minimum 26% for 3 years, that is a sort of an obligation that is part of the scheme.
The government has also reassured depositors of Capital Staff's Yes Bank. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said she is in regular touch with RBI over the issue and work is on to resolve the matters swiftly. In sports, Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju inaugurated the first ever 5-day Khelo India Winter Games at Gulmarg today. Jammu and Kashmir's Gulmarg is hosting Khelo India Winter Games 2020 from March 7th to 11th. Addressing the gathering at Gulmarg, the minister said event is a momentous occasion not only for Jammu and Kashmir but also for the nation. He said that such type of sports shall be organized every year at Gulmarg. Around 992 athletes and sports officials from over 20 states are participating in this event.
भविष्य में हम चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान ओलंपिक्स गेम जो होते हैं उसमें विंटर गेम्स भी होते हैं, समर गेम्स भी होते हैं। तो विंटर गेम्स में बड़ी तादाद में भारत के खिलाड़ी भाग ले, ये हमारा तमन्ना है। और जम्मू कश्मीर भारत का विंटर स्पोर्ट्स का हब बनेगा। यहां से बहुत सारा इंटरनेशनल ओलंपिक खिलाड़ी यहां से पैदा होगा और हमारा देश भर के जो विंटर गेम्स खेलने वाला खिलाड़ी और विंटर गेम्स को पसंद करने वाले जो स्पोर्ट्स लवर होते हैं वो यहाँ आकर के समय समय में यहाँ इसका मजा भी अब ले सकते हैं और साथ साथ जो खेल सकते हैं वो खेल में भाग भी ले सकते हैं।
And with that we conclude this bulletin. Namaskar.